in this film, the second it starts and she's talking to her posters and stuff, I was like, God, this is me. When I was that age, I did exactly the same thing. Who did you have up on your walls? Who were you speaking to?
It's funny. The wall is right here. I'm in my childhood bedroom, so I can really just look up at it and give you those answers. But it was actually my favorite question to ask right at the beginning of the shoot when I was getting to know everyone we were making the movie with, like the whole crew. I just was like, so, Bex, who's on your God wall? Like, I just would ask everyone when we had like a little moment or we were changing or whatever, like lighting or whatever, when we have downtime, I would just go around and ask everyone, like asking all the groups, like, who's on your God wall? And it's a really great way to get to know someone. So I love that that was your first question. Carole King and Barbara Streisand, I think, were sort of my two North Stars. Shonda Rhimes, Sandra Oh, Eleanor Roosevelt, like literally looking, Adele. I mean, she came on a little bit later because, you know, I was a little bit older when we're not that far apart in age. So it took a little longer for her to get on the wall, but I love her so much.
Oh my God, I love that it's completely female empowerment. And it also shows how much younger you are than me, because mine was full of 90s pop stars like Backstreet Boys and Peter Andre and like.
I did love a little Backstreet Boys and NSYNC for sure.
Yes. You would be different.
I think would be the only man on the wall.
You are obviously playing a 16-year-old, which you're not 16. So, I mean, it's flattering. I bet when you got that call, you're like, you want me to play a 16-year-old? Like, yes. Yeah. But
we filmed the movie in 2018. So I was even much younger when we filmed it. I just had a birthday, so I'm just getting older by the minute. But no, it was extremely flattering. I have had the great fortune, I think, of playing many teenagers in my 20s. And it's such an important moment. And I think specifically for women, there have just been so few coming of age narratives that are complex and true and honest and for women. And so to get to be part of many different ones in my kind of very short working life has been truly like the greatest gift. Yeah. And I think with How to Build a Girl, just to show a teenage girl that is so passionate and clever and hardworking and has a career. I mean, when do you get to see a teenage girl have a career? And especially one that's like a whole boys world, and she's just this little kind of bundle of energy, just like crashing through the window, just like, give me a chance. It's really empowering, and it was very special.
She does overshare though. She overshares a lot, especially with her sex life. Are you an overshare? Like, does Jonah hear about everything?
Well, we're both oversharers for sure. I would say our family is like an open book. Like the Feldsteins, we're just like, come one, come all, we're here. Like let's have a heart to heart and a cuddle. And this is in normal times, obviously not during quarantine, but we're very cozy, warm people. Like my house was always the house all my friends came to all the time. So, you know, we're an open door. We don't have much to hide. And I loved playing Johanna for that reason, because she's just, she wears her heart on her sleeve, exactly as you said. She has nothing to hide.
But obviously you over here, you were over and outside the world filming this. What were you enjoying? Like, what were you watching on TV? What were you doing with your time while you were here?
It's such a good question. I mean, I wish I had more time to watch TV when I was there. I was really kind of immersed. So I spent about 3.5 months, I think, in the UK. It was like the summer of 2018. And I spent a month prepping, and most of that month was spent in Wolverhampton. Yeah. And I worked in a store when I was in Wolverhampton, and I spoke in the accent the entire time I was working in the store. So Koki, our director, was like, you have to promise me from the moment you step in the store to the moment you leave, whether you're like, you know, grabbing a coffee or anytime you're within the hours of your shift, you have to be speaking in the accent. I was like, okay. She literally had to walk me in the first day. I was like a kid on the first day of school. I was like, I don't want to go in. I'm too scared. And the girls that work in the shop, that own the shop, are so kind, and they were so giving of their time to welcome this American actor in to kind of do this weird social experiment where she spoke in the accent the whole time. And they were so giving and so wonderful. I'm still on their Facebook group, so I keep in touch. which is so great. And I think my favorite kind of thing to do when I did have time was your parks. London just does parks better than, I mean, I'm a New Yorker and I will always be a New Yorker, but your parks, I think, have been on our parks. Like, Catelyn actually took me to the ladies' swimming pond in Hampstead Heath, and we had an afternoon swimming and getting to know each other. And she really, it was like one of the most special afternoons I've ever had. I had never been to the pond, so I was like, what is this magical place? And I had never been to the Heath, so it was just really kind of special. And then, it was a very full-on experience, this movie, and so I would often go kind of take a walk, take a little break, have a little picnic.
It can be magical. Wolverhampton isn't maybe the most glamorous place, but
I loved it. Catelyn, she's like, we just took advantage of her being American, and we were like, we can send her to Wolverhampton. She won't know what she's getting into. But I loved Wolverhampton, and everyone was genuinely so kind to me. I sort of felt like a little mini mayor by the time I left. They were like, Beanie, hello! Like, as I walked around. This is great.
Oh, I love it. And before I go, is it better to, in life, do you think it's good to be a bit of a bitch sometimes? Or do you think being nice all the time is good? Because sometimes you see people who have got a bit of fight in them get far in life.
I know. It looks fun, doesn't it? When I started How to Build a Girl, I sort of had like a little chat with myself, and I was like, when we finish this movie, I don't care if the crew thinks I'm talented. I just want them to remember me as being a respectful, thoughtful person. That's more important to me. That's kind of my ethos for life. Like, it's very important to love what you do and to work hard and to be passionate, but you have to be respectful of people. So my instinct is definitely to stay kind, but you have to stick up for yourself too. So to advocate for yourself, but within respect, I think.
I like that, and I'm with you there, because I'm hoping that nice girls don't finish last. So
yes,
you're clearly a good indication that they don't, because you're doing wonderfully. It was lovely to chat to you, Beanie. Take care. Thank you so much for your time, and one day in the future, I will hopefully see you in person.
Yes, please.